Hindi nawawala yung noodles pag handaan natin, pero minsan gusto natin ng medyo kakaiba. Kaya gagawa tayo ngayon ng Chinese-style crispy fried noodles.
Simpol, luto na,
Itong dish ito kailangan lang ng konting prep. Kasi medyo special siya, kaya medyo marami tayong paghahanda bago natin ma-assemble. But once we're ready, sobrang niyang easy gawin. So, meron akong Canton noodles dito or egg noodles na ipa-fry ko dito. So, on one side, I'm going to fry my noodles. No? So, I'm just heating up some oil. And on the other side, meron akong boiling water dito. So, anong ginagawa ng boiling water? Kung gagawin ko, iba-blanch ko yung ibang ingredients natin. So, what you want to do is to bring out the color. Kasi di ba pag gusto natin ng pancit na masarap, gusto din natin yung vegetables. Very vibrant yung color. So, ituturo ko sa inyo paano yun gawin. I add a little salt, around a teaspoon of salt, and a little bit of baking soda. So, ang baking soda ko is just probably half a teaspoon of baking soda. Look at that. Nag-act siya agad. And I immediately blanch my vegetables. So, mayroon akong bok choy, carrots, and the chicharo. So, what we're doing is we want to be able to bring out the color. Mas magiging bright yung orange niya because of the blanching process. And the blanching also will arrest the color. So, after siya mag-green, parang mag-stabilize na siya. Parang color fixer siya. Look at that. Sobrang ganda ng kulay ng ating vegetables. And when we put it on the plate, it's going to stand out. So, you can also see more of this in our kusina tips. Nandun yung mga techniques natin na iba, blanching and all that. But here, look at that. Sobrang bright ng ating colors. Put this at the side, let it drip until we need it again later on. Scoop it out. Then, iba-blanch ko na rin yung ating pork. So, meron akong pork dito, cut very thinly. Iba-blanch ko na rin siya. I also have shrimps that are peeled and I'm going to blanch it as well. So, immediately as it firms up, tatanggalin na natin siya kaagad, no? Because we're going to cook it again in the saute. So, usually, pwede mo naman siyang igisa directly. Pero I'm just doing the Chinese style. And I'll heat up the pan. So, we will saute. And while our oil is already hot, ipa-fry ko na yung ating noodles. Yung noodles natin is egg noodles. Just drop it into the hot oil. Yan, and it fries. Just waiting for our noodles to cook. Let it brown a little bit para maging fresh yung crunch niya. No? Crunchy na siya, pero once you fry it, mas gaganda yung lutong niya. In a minute, it's going to be done. And our noodles are done. Has now a darker color. Nakaabang na yung ating noodles before we start preparing our sauce. So that's ready. I'll just put this aside. And now we saute our aromatics. I have my onions and a little bit of garlic. Onions and garlic. Yan. Para mabango. And I saute also my dried shiitake mushroom. So yung shiitake mushroom, I soaked it in water until it was tender and slice it into pieces. I also have canned mushrooms, sliced canned mushrooms. UFC, I'm using UFC canned mushrooms. Meron akong konting KIKIAM and Chinese sausage. So medyo marami yung sahog natin. So just a few pieces, no? Dagdag lang sa flavors natin. So if you have chicken stock, you use chicken stock, but I don't have chicken stock. I will just be using the all-purpose granules, the wow sarap, and I just dissolve it in water. Yan. Dissolve it in water, and I add into my sauteed ingredients. And we just season our soup stock with a little bit of oyster sauce. We're using Datu Puti oyster sauce. This is around 2 tablespoons. And 1 tablespoon of Datu Puti Soy Sauce. Yan. And we thicken it up with a little bit of slurry. No? So this is around 1 tablespoon of cornstarch. So, magkaroon ng body yung ating sauce. Then, we add our meats, which we blanched earlier. And our vegetables, except for the bok choy. I'll just leave the bok choy, but the chicharo and the carrots, I'll already add into my sauce. So, look at that, no? Sobrang ganda ng ating sauce. I just finished with a little bit of sesame oil. So, amoy talaga, sobrang amoy na Chinese restaurant dito. And, here, we put our freshly cracked black pepper. Yan. And we're ready. Sobrang bilis because everything has been pre-blanched. And we're just assembling now. Yan. I have my bok choy that we blanched earlier. Tingnan mo yung kulay niya. It's so bright. Yan. And we just pour over our sauce over our noodles. Yan. So, look at that. It's very nice, it's very beautiful, and it's fun to eat something different to provide a different experience to your cooking at home. Here it is, our Chinese-style fried crispy noodles. Simple! Nagustuhan niyo ba ang video na to? Please share para lalong dumaming ating mga kasimpol. And don't forget to subscribe to our Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram accounts.